Hi everyone. Today I'm glad to introduce our practice to leverage our powerful visualization techniques for clinical trial data analysis in Merck. I will present our work with Jane and Venkatesh today. Our presentation will include 6 sections. First, there will be a high-level overview of our use of R in visualization. Then we will introduce our packages for creating static and interactive figures using R's excellent techniques. We also will talk about how to assist our programmers or statisticians within our organization by using a visualization gallery and training. At last, there will be a brief summary of our project. Let's move to the overview section. And the first thing I will talk about is the motivation and scope of our work. In the past few years, there is a growing need in using advanced visualization tools in clinical trials. We are trying to use these tools to empower the capabilities to deliver the most impact and value. As the aim of our team, we want to provide recommendations for our users to choose visualization solutions. Besides, for visualization work using R, there is always a need to a standard program. In order to achieve our goal, we create a toolset using R. We called it a visualization system in R. It consists 6 parts. The first part we established is the visualization standard. It sets the standardization principle and recommendation for our visualization work. And then we have created the internal package MK for implement the visualization standard. It has the recommendation branding for the figures, layout, and theming. We also create the R package for internal use, commonly use the static plot, as we call MKVs, and also we explore the interactive figures in R package Forestly and Boxly. We also provide plotting techniques through examples in our visualization gallery and provide training materials to target specific needs within the organization. The visualization standard have 2 main parts. The first part is about the principle of the visualization work. For each plot we created, it should show the data clearly and it should make the message obvious. We also have the recommendation for our theme and the style of output. It will maintain the consistency across different clinical trial projects. For example, we have recommendation for the graph elements, like symbol, color, and line pattern. Also, for the production deliverables, we have the guidance to the standard format and the resolution. As I mentioned before, we have a package called MK Themes to help the user implement the visualization standard, especially the recommendation of standard themes and the color palettes. To illustrate this internal package, let me use a small example to to show you how can this internal package can help implement the standard. So in this example, we will create a spider plot. Also, you can call it a line chart using ggplot2. In the first plot, you can see it's using the default ggplot2 themes. In this the second plot, we are using the theme underscore mk function. So the standard theme is implemented in this way. And you can see the change of themes from the first plot to the second plot. Also, we have the standard color palettes inside our MK themes. So if user want to change the color to our branding colors as we recommend, you can use in this example, you can use scale color MK function and specify the color order to change the color into the branding color. So for example, here you can see the color has changed to the Merck branding color like teals, light green, and lime. That's how the MK themes works. So next section, we will talk about the internal static visualization package, MKVs, sorry. MKVs is used to produce the standard frequently used figures in a straightforward and flexible way for our end user. There are some key features of MKVs. First, the plot generated from MKVs will share the same input and output styles. Secondly, MKVs this package is focusing on visualization, and it will help user to minimize the data manipulation process. The input data for MKVs is already summarized. So MKVs didn't do any calculation of the statistics, such as a p-value. So all the variables for plotting display should be ready before input to MKVs. The, since MKVs is generated based on ggplot2, the output of MKVs is a ggplot object, so it could be further customized using Plus. Our function design is to limit to minimum sufficient argument, so it could shorten the learning curve of our user. In these slides, I will show you the examples we create from MKVs. Currently, we have 6 types of plots. In the first row, we show the rainfall plot for specific AE, forest plot for some subgroup analysis, and a volcano plot generated from MKVs. For live vital sign and ECG analysis, we have the box plot and the line plot for summary of change. Also, we include the function to create a KM plot for efficacy analysis. And we have 2 examples here. The left one is for analysis and reporting, and the right one is for specialty for drug labeling purpose. So what functions are included in the MKV's package? First, MKVs have different types of functions. It has the functions for data manipulation and summary statistics. And the main part of MKVs is the plotting function, which could help user to generate the plot and also allow user to customize the plot, like arrange the plot and annotate the plot. We also include some helper functions to apply the themes and layout. So each type of function names will have the same naming convention. For example, the function used to generate the plot will start with plot underscore. And it will be better to show you the workflow using an example. In this example, we want to create the rainfall plot for specific AE. There are 3 panels. The first panel is a scatter plot. The second panel is a error bar plot, and the third panel is a table. So our strategy is to create all these 3 panels one by one and arrange them together. The input data we are using is the summarized data set, and we also provide the programs for user to create this kind of summarize the data set from item data set. We did some very simple data manipulation, and we use the plot underscore dot function to create the first panel, the scatter plot. Similarly, we could create the second panel, which is a error bar plot using plot error bar functions. For the third panel, we will use the table underscore panel functions to create a table, display the number and the proportion of event for each treatment group. As we already generate all these three panels, we will use arrange panel function to combine all these three panels into one integrated rainfall plot, and we can specify the width weight for each panels in the arrange panel function. And here's the workflow for generating a rainfall plot in MKVs. In next section, my colleague Wenkart will talk about the packages for interactive visualization.
Thank you, Ben, for covering the other sections. I will go over the interactive visualization section here. Interactive visualization package is an effective way to explore and communicate the data insights. In R, several packages are commonly used to create the interactive visualizations. Interactive figures. With the trend of efficient visualization in reporting, we at Merck did some exploration on interactive figures. Interactive figures refers to the graphical representations that allow users to explore and analyze the data through an interactive interface. Interactive figures make reporting more concise by integrating the information from different static tables, listings, and figures. These interactive figures have already been implemented in data monitoring committee reports in one of the pilot study at Merck. At Merck, currently we have two open source R packages. They are Forestly and Boxly are developed for generating the interactive forest and Boxly plot. They are also released to CRAN and available at the below links. Could you next slide, please, Ben? Here in this slide, I will go over the Forestly package. Forestly package could generate the interactive plot for clinical trials analysis and reporting. This plot, this package focuses on specific adverse event analysis with more functionality such as subgroups will be added in future release. I will go over the quick brief short video on how this interactive forest plot looks. Here, user has different options to select. Here, user can select the criteria of adverse event such as serious adverse event and drug-related AEs. User can also dynamically select the incidence percentages in one or more treatment groups. If the user is interested in any particular AE, such as rash or any headache, the box is available to select that particular event. At the end, user has also option to download the selected AEs into a CSV file. As you can see here, this forest plot is more dynamic when we compare it with the static forest plot. Next slide, please, Ben. Next, I'll go over the Boxley package. Boxley package is used to create the interactive box plots for clinical trial analysis such as laboratory data, vital signs, and ECG. An interactive box plot is a dynamic visualization tool that allows users to explore and analyze the data distributions using the R programming language. These plots provide an engaging and informative way to visualize the data, making it easier to understand the central tendency. Here we can see the interactive box plot in this slide. Here user has the option to select the parameter which is needed. For example, if the user want to select one particular parameter, A selection criteria is available in this plot. After that, it also has the option to show the descriptive statistics like an, median, mode, and outliers within the plot. It has also the option to select the particular subjects that will give the which subject has these outliers. Could you please go to the next slide, please, Ben? Here in this slide, I'm going to explain how the workflow is established to achieve the interactive box plot. Interactive Boxly package has 3 steps. For the first step, we use meta underscore Boxly function to construct the input metadata from the ADAM datasets. If you can see here, the meta underscore Boxly function is called to provide the inputs to generate the meta data frame. After that, in the step 2, prepare underscore Boxly function is called to prepare the datasets for interactive box plot. This data is fed into the Boxly function to generate the interactive box plot. This is the step 3 on finally how the box plot is visually available after generating the box plot. Thank you, everyone. Now I will hand over to my colleague Jane to go over the next section.
Yeah, thank you. I will talk about the visualization gallery and the training. So for the visualization gallery, we providing an easy to follow solution for commonly used figures. In this section, we mainly use two graphic packages. One is external package, ggplot2, and then the other one is our internal developed package, MKVs. So in the visualization gallery, we include 3 parts. The first part is the figures for analysis reporting for our clinical trials. And then the second part, we cover figures for publication. And in the last session, we mainly introducing how we can save the output, which meets the standard figure formatting for our requirements. So you can see in the picture below is the welcome page for the visualization gallery, which is deployed to the R-Connect. And then for each session, we have like a analysis reporting figure. We have like AE dose, box plot, forest plot, etc. And then for the publication figures, we have the multiplicity graph, and then the spending function plot as well. And then the last one is for the special graphic detail, like the formatting deliverables is covered in that section. Next slides. So here are some of the examples covered in the visualization gallery. The output for MKVs, which we have previously talked about. And then here it's just showing some plots generated directly by ggplot2. So you can see we have a couple of those figures, which is like a spider plot, swimmer plot, waterfall plot, and the AE dose plot. So again, this plot is directly using the external package ggplot2. Next, please. So to helping our colleague to like transition to the R, and also build up the basic knowledge for creating figures with R, we develop a visualization training. So the purpose of the visualization training is to build basic knowledge for creating figures with R and standardize figure layout and theming, to provide plotting techniques through examples. And we introduce the internal visualization R package, MKVs. So through the training, we helping our colleagues to know how to create frequently used figures based on our business needs. So in the visualization training, we cover the following topics. First is the visualization basic and tools, and then we introduce the following tools in R that are essential or helpful when build a graph. So which is covered like a ggplot2, patchwork, Esquisse, which is a tool using the user interface to helping people to learn the ggplot2 techniques. And then again, in the visualization training, we cover our visualization standards. So this is going to be our foundation when we creating our figure. So we can follow the same standards and then the same branding and theme for our figure deliverables. And then we will go over what's in our visualization gallery, which are the examples to creating commonly or frequently used figures. And then we also have a session to cover our internal developed visualization package, MKVs. So in summary, the existing open source R packages such as ggplot2, Patchwork, Plotly, and the graphics could fulfill most of the visualization needs in clinical trial analysis and reporting. The interactive figures have advantages in representing data clearly and concisely. The regulatory use of interactive figures, which will need more exploration. High quality documentation such as gallery and training materials in our visualization system is essential for transition to new techniques. Creating R packages helps standardize the format of figures and develop a formal process to use R in visualization work. Thank you.
Yes,